let's say you are just getting out of middle school and you can't wait to start your new life in high school as a year coming freshman. Well, are you ready to learn how to survive in high school? Most eighth graders don't realize that once you get to high school, it will be a big challenge. I know what you're saying. Well, how am I supposed to know all of this stuff? My name is Morgan, and I'll be telling all of you eighth graders on how to survive and thrive in high school. Let's get started, shall we? There are many topics that you should follow as a simple way to get through. Once you get to know your way around the school, you will feel confident and not nervous. These topics will help you learn your way to get to know the teachers and finding friends as well. Personality. I know that when most new coming freshmen go to high school, your personality will probably change very quickly, but it only depends on who you who you hang out with. When you start high school, make sure you start out with a good and positive attitude. You should always feel confident, proud, or any other way to brighten up your day. Also, don't feel left out because of your personality. Feel strong. Next is learning style. There are a couple of different learning styles that you may have or may be capable of. For example, logical style. When you're learning, you're always thinking outside the box or you're just brainstorming ideas in your head. That's when you'll use sometimes when you work together in groups to figure out the solution in different activities. And then next, we have visual styles. You always picture what's going to happen next, or you're picturing about what you're going to do the next day without thinking about it. Study skills. When you get to high school, you're going to think that it's not going to be complicated. Well, the difference between middle school and high school studying is that middle school lets you study for about a couple of days before a test or a project. In high school, you just study for only one night, and it takes really big responsibility. You'll have more work and a little extra time for study. And if you don't get your studying done, then it will count as a zero, and it will be a huge effect on your grade. And then we have time management. This topic may be really important to all of you if you're not familiar. Time management depends on what you do throughout the day and the time you are available or not. Make sure you have a daily planner just to plan out your your information and events. I learned this because I used to have a time management table and I list all of my events and stuff to put down on what time I'm available or not. And it helps me get through things that I do. And then we have technology. Most of the time when you're in high school, you will use a lot of technology other than your cell phone or iPod. You will use tons of instructions on how to do this and how to do that. And you must have at least one tech credit to graduate. You will use a lot of resources and presentations based on your resource, and it takes a lot of responsibility. And if you don't finish up, then you'll always have enough time to work at it at home. And if you don't work at it at home, then what's the point of getting it done? And so then research. Most of the time when you're in high school, you'll use a lot of technology. When you have a presentation, your facts, examples, or statistics will be based on what you've researched throughout the week. You can also use statistics from that website as long as it is works cited. If you don't have the works cited page for that website, it will count as a withdrawal from your grade and you'll get a zero, and it'll also count as plagiarism. Then we have teamwork and leadership. If you're going to Panther class this year, you will be able to work with other people you do or don't know. Teamwork counts as a great way to get to know new people that you usually don't know throughout, and you'll get to know them better throughout the year. And you'll also be working with those people you do or don't know in group activities when you're in Panther Prep. Also, leadership takes a huge responsibility whether whether when you're in a group or not. And Lastly, we have our core academic classes, such as algebra, world history, biology, English, and speech. These classes will help you boost up your grades and learn better throughout the year. These classes are also honors classes if you are capable of taking them. And if you don't feel like you're really good at some of these classes, then just try and take other classes that you're really good and capable of. And if you're good at that, then it'll help you learn better and it'll raise up your GPA. That's all you need to know about surviving and thriving in high school. I hope that one day you'll use this as a guide to success in all new coming freshmen. Thank you for listening.